The human race has for the longest time been able to just think of how to fly. Remember about the Greek myth about Icarus and Daedalus? Yeah, it's a myth, sadly. They were of such flying inclination that they weaved and glued birds' feathers onto themselves and had a jump at it, up until the sun brought Icarus to ground zero. Aircrafts, from gliders to spacecrafts, have always been the admirations of many. It is surprising to note that most of the shiny white or otherwise aircraft were envisioned and first versions developed for the public in the 1950s, including the most loved types, the Queen of the Skies, Boeing 747, Airbus A380, and the Concorde. For every one pilot, there is 90 people that are under them and that are supporting the mission the pilot is doing. Personnel working with the pilots are flight engineers, air traffic controllers who help guide planes both in the sky and on the ground. They use technology that allows them to see all air traffic in a given area, and it is their responsibility to coordinate that traffic to ensure each flight takes off, lands, or passes through safely.
0711 with 34 each time or 5 or more.
So from a young age, I have been passionate about aircraft, airplanes, and I've been fascinated about how they work. So after high school, after getting an A, I decided to join a local university and did aeronautical engineering. And then in the process, I got a scholarship and studied in a different country in Russia, where the aerospace industry is very diverse. Yeah, so I got exposure. Yeah, and I'm back here now to exercise my skills and my knowledge.
Aeronautical engineers design, analyze, develop, and manufacture aircrafts.
I'd say what I love about my work is the fact that I don't do the same thing every day. It's very dynamic. Like I could wake up and have an easy day, just check the systems of the aircraft, that it's functioning well. Yeah, that's on the maintenance side. But then sometimes the plane can surprise you and you have to have a problem-solving approach where you go back to the maintenance manuals and you have to know what's wrong with the plane. Yeah, so it's very dynamic. I cannot really tell you what I do on a daily, yeah, because it's very dynamic.
Notable companies include Boeing, Airbus, and Embraer.
So we have what you call scheduled and unscheduled checks. So there are so many. There's what we call a line check, which is done every 10 days. We check the basic systems like the tires, the oxygen, emergency equipment. Yeah, we just check the basic things. Yeah. Then you have checks that are done after a certain number of hours. Yeah, so they range. And then we have a check that is like an overhaul check, where we pull down the aircraft, check the insides of the aircraft. Yeah, that is done also after a longer period of time. We have what you call a technical logbook, where we monitor the aircraft's airtime. Yeah, so after a certain number of hours, then you do one check. Yeah, but the most regular one is the line check, which is done every 10 days. I've only done my bachelor's and currently working on my aircraft maintenance engineer's license. Okay, for the engineer's license in aviation, it gives you the right to release aircrafts. It's a certification by the aviation authority, by the local aviation authority. When you have an engineer's degree, it's not enough because you need to have experience. Engineering, you realize that most of the time engineering is not only the education, it has to come with experience. Yeah. So The license comes after experience, and it also comes with hands-on knowledge. Yeah. I'd say the qualification to work on the field is different for the two countries. In Russia, most people that work on ground have had their degrees, but in Kenya, the minimum is a diploma. So there is that big difference. Then the qualification to even get into the university and the qualifications to get into the colleges in Kenya is also different. I'd say the syllabuses are also very different. The Kenyan system has a technical approach. From my experience, the Russian system had it was more diverse. Like it trained on the technical, and then it trained on managerial. Yeah, it made the options wider. Yeah.
Renegade Air, we started from 2016. We used to do chartered flights, and we started our scheduled flights on 2020 September. Basically, charter flight is a flight that's not part of the scheduled flights, whereby the passenger has to choose where he or she wants to go. Most of our pilots are young. Well, in my own department, I'm the only lady, which I'm great about it. And in the other departments, we have ladies. Yeah, in the engineering, our HR is a lady, our head of quality is a lady, and we have ladies in the cabin crew.
I am the Digital Marketing and Communications Manager here at Renegade Air. My career journey began 5 years ago after I graduated from USIU with a bachelor's degree in International Business Administration, where I concentrated on marketing and management. I have worked in different industries, and I have been able to grow my portfolio in terms of digital marketing. The beauty about Renegade Air, we are an equal opportunity company, whereby we have made sure we have equal representation of both genders, male and female, especially in industries where, or rather in departments where men dominate more. For example, we have a female pilot who flies for us the Fokker 50 and the Caravan. We also have female engineers. Our head of quality is also a lady. And in the engineering department, as you'll see, we also have very many beautiful faces who ensure that our flights are safe and you enjoy your experience when flying with us.
At Renegade, I'm the head of in-flight, so I get to control everything in-flight and services. Yes. Initially, I've always loved dealing with people. If I wouldn't have done this, I would probably be a nurse, because again, I like helping people. So this one gives me a one-on-one chance to meet and interact with people, help them and make their journey happy.
STEM opportunities in aviation include being, of course, a pilot, an air traffic controller, data scientists. One can also practice engineering under electrical, mechanical, aerospace, software, chemical, and computer science engineering. Psychology is also applicable here. Are you curious about what it takes to get started with an aviation career or be a pilot?
There's institutions that offer the training, but there's also institutions like, say, a company like us. You come, we train you from ground. So yes, you can go and get trained out there and get that plus, but when you come here, we'll give you the training all together.
Qualifications for the diploma are not as demanding, but you need to have studied mathematics, you need to be good at mathematics, physics, all the sciences. You actually need to have a very good relationship with your sciences. and be analytical, have a problem-solving approach. Yeah. Minimum qualifications. I'm not sure about the grades in Kenya. Yeah.
We have a recruitment team, and you have an email also just driven to the same. So you apply, we go through your CV, and then when we bring new equipment, of course we need more people. So just apply and then cross your fingers.
I'm a flight operation officer. We basically assist the flight crew in planning the path, taking account to the aircraft performances and routes, checking the winds for them, the turbulences. Aviation grew in me with time. I can't say it has been my dream since I was young. So basically after finishing high school, Wilson, there's a training station here in Wilson that basically offers all kind of aviation studies. And I studied as the flight operation officer. I got the opportunity here in Renegade Air. They offered me as an intern. I finished, and now I'm working here. We use this app to track all the aircraft.
What is the name of the app?
It's called Spider Tracks.
Uh-huh.
It's called Spider Tracks. For example, this aircraft, it's a caravan. It took off from Nairobi, now heading to Juba. Mm-hmm. See, it's showing me like all the routes that he has used. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And as the flight operation officers, as I said, we give them the flight path. Mm-hmm. So, for example, let me show you here. You know, it depends with each and every institution, what they require and everything. And for me, I think a bit of geography and maths, and obviously the languages. Yes, yes. COVID affected us in many ways. During the pandemic, we definitely had a lockdown. So, as the president said, there's no local flights. And basically in Renegade, we didn't have flights at that moment, maybe outside the country. So it affected us at that time, but after the pandemic, we had to reschedule everything. And we had to put the measurements by wearing masks and everything. Yeah.
Since COVID, all businesses were affected, aviation included. So operations stopped for some airlines, like the one I was working for before, but they had charters, so it didn't stop completely, but it made some people get fired and all that. So, but because of that, again, like Renegade came. So you see, that died and then this one came. So it was affected, but then again, new opportunities were brought up. So it was a plus and minus, yes. But they had to reduce the number of flights because the passenger numbers really went down. And but because of that, again, charters came. So it was a win-win somehow, yes.
Kenya's location at the equator has greatly influenced the development of her space program. The champion of Kenya's space program is the Kenya Space Agency, whose mission is to coordinate, nurture, and develop the Kenyan space sector to maximize the utilization of space opportunities. Space technology is being implemented locally with focus on agriculture, disaster management, security, communication, urban planning, and resource management. One of the several projects undertaken by KSA, the Kenya Space Agency, that is significant is the satellite imagery analysis. They also have a portal that develops Open Data Cube to help address the needs of satellite data users, focus being on land resource management.
So you have to be passionate about what you want to do. And once you taste aviation, you're never comfortable elsewhere.
Yes, I think the field has very few women because of the traditional mentality that anything engineering, anything hands-on is mostly for men. Yeah, and Yeah, what I'd advise women who are interested in engineering is that they should be open. Like, times have changed. We can also be hands-on. Yeah, and if you like solving problems, if you like a dynamic environment, if you like airplanes and you love your sciences, you can do aviation, you can do aeronautical engineering, and it's also a very diverse field. It's not always on the ground. You can be in the office, you can work with aircraft regulations, you can work with quality assurance, safety of airplanes. There is so much you can do in the aviation industry as a woman.
Aviation is really interesting. Feel free to join. Just don't give up. It's not only male-based career. We have a lot of women here, so don't be afraid. Aviation is really nice.
It's fun, it's exciting, you learn new things every day, you meet different people from different walks of life daily, and you'll be able to be fulfilled if it is something that you really are passionate about, because you'll get the support of both the male and female employees in the industry. As I've seen, it's an industry that is very close-knit, and it allows you to grow, make errors and correct yourself, and in everything, just make sure you have fun.
Aviation is proof that given the will, we have the capacity to achieve the impossible. That is a quote by Eddie Rickenbacker. And also, to most people, the sky is the limit. To those who love aviation, the sky is home. The quote by Jerry Crawford.